The blue Isengard player, Mr. Smok, versus the red Ingmar player, May Shadowfax. And again, the chat hopefully is not too disturbing at the bottom right side. I thought it's a good idea to add it actually to the game, so people in YouTube later on, they can also see, because it kind of feels odd. It feels like I'm speaking to myself when you watch the video, because you have no context what is going on, you know. 2 furnaces, the clan setting into the 3rd furnace. On the other side, we see 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil opening for Ingmar player, May Shadowfax. It's an economical opening, which might be a little bit too risky, if I may say so myself. Yeah, we will find out. I mean, we will have Wildman of Dunland opening, and I don't know, maybe we should be bringing the rule of no Mordor during this best of 9, because we have seen in the last best of 9s we had in the current beta that Mordor is busted. Maybe we make either no Mordor at all, or we make it so that Mordor cannot build the tavern, you know, in this best of 9 series, because it's kind of like a cheat, you know. It was too broken. And I thought they will release the new beta, but they didn't yet, so. And I don't want those games to be won just because of the matchup favoring Mordor Corsair abusement, you know? That's not what I want. So, there comes the Wolf then, early game. And that's gonna be good for May Shadowfax, because he will get the chance to trample down those Weapon of Dunland, which is going to be very significant at the beginning of the game. And that's the power of Ingmar, boys, you know? That's the early game presence of the Ingmar faction. The only faction that can do that without any hesitation, without any time wasting. You can go straight into any unit you want when you play the Ingmar faction. And we will also need the Uruk Pit. But he's not going for the Uruk Pit, he's going for the Warg Pit. So without Pikemen, I don't know if you can actually deal with that, you know? It's going to be very hard. So these units are out of vision. May Shadowfax isn't able to see them yet. And look at how unlucky this is. How unlucky this is. How unlucky this is actually, man. But it's gonna be alright anyway. But no, it's not gonna be alright. He's not turning them into the units he needs. He needed Wolf Riders. I mean, he was barely out of vision, he couldn't see them. And that's gonna cost him eventually 2 mils. Remember, they are working like Corsair, this Weapon of Dunland. They will also be able to steal money from you every time they touch your buildings. And even if they cannot destroy it, you see this +1, +1, +1. It's very efficient, especially at the beginning of the game, in which every single penny counts. So, and with the War Chanted Weapon of Dunland, you will be able to destroy yet another mill. And you need to kind of react to that by demolishing the building in time. He's not demolishing it, it's like a win-win situation for Smoky. He's getting power points, he's getting experience, he's getting the chance to steal even more money from his opponent. And dude, that was a phenomenal start into the very first game by Smoky, popping off. Very well done. Good evening, my friend. Pathion, I was just getting very close to my monitor to actually read your name. Your blue name is so hard to read for me, you know? Didakoko, welcome. Deadwood, welcome. Hi guys. Alright, so 350 command points available for May Shadowfax and 400 command points available for Mr. Smok, which is pretty good. Because Isengard needs like a good early game to get that kind of snowball effect going. Remember, Isengard very strong in the mid game with the devastation and, you know, industry, fuel the fires, all that crazy stuff. But early game is kind of meh. That's why you see more openings now with the clan leading, because it's much more cost efficient. The Uruks, they are strong. They even got a buff in the version 9.0, the beta version we are using right now. The Uruks are buffed. They get also the Bloodthirsty, like the Orcs and Black Orcs from the Mordor faction when they are level 2. But they are also very expensive at the same time. So the clan leading and the Weapon of Dunland are definitely a cheaper alternative to the strong but also expensive Urukai. Loiki, welcome. I really wish we saw games last longer for hero play. The problem is, even when the games are lasting long, we don't get the chance to see a lot of heroes. And it's my opinion, I believe the heroes are a little bit too weak. Because you need to understand that by the time you finally get the chance to invest like 3, 4, 5,000 into a hero, into an expensive hero, your opponent will have eventually a strong army by the time. So then you will have a level 1 hero like Aragorn, Gandalf, or, you know, even Witch King or something. And it's going to be hard to get those levels, especially for Gandalf, for example, because he needs to be level 4, you know, from level 1 to level 4 after investing 3,500. I mean, we have seen him a couple of times. We have seen him actually a lot in the beta, because remember, they buffed the resource income from the game. So basically you get now faster money in compared to version 8.5. which gives you the chance to, you know, get those power spikes a little bit earlier in the game. But again, you know, most of the time it's more rewarding if you just get to spam more units. As heroes, they don't pay off that much unless you invest lots of micro and time into them. Oh, Smokey wanna go inside the jeans. And remember, he has lots of weapon of talent. They get to steal money even also from the fortress. And even if you can't destroy that, the amount of damage you can deal to it, you look at this burst damage, dude. Look at the clumping from Smokey with the torches in their hands. They are pretty much hitting like a guardian with the siege hammers. I mean, he has Snowbind, he needs to use it early, because unlike the rebuild from the men in Dwarven faction, this can't heal. It just can't make it for a few seconds untargetable. But it's gonna turn now and destroy the wolf den. Look at this damage output, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. They are literally hitting like a truck. Tufan with the 10 gifted. Tufan, thank you very much. Eyvallah kardeşim.
Tufan's 1907 just gifted 10 subs. What a pirate.
Thank you very much. Tufan really means a lot. Appreciate the support. Would it help if they started at the higher levels for certain heroes? And maybe, but you know, it's a different game, and maybe they are afraid that the heroes might become OP. I mean, okay, so we are in the game number 2. The score is 1-0 in favor of Smokey. For Rising Gas, a new power is rising. Alright, so we have the Isengard play Mrs. Mock once again on the Isengard faction, but this time against the main faction from Measure of X. Measure of X was playing the Ingmar faction in the previous game on the map Feriendale. Now we are again back to the classical good against evil matchup on the map Forts of Eisen, which is also very classic. Iris in the chat. Iris! Tufan, another gifted sub to Deadwood Willow. Isengard one for Tufan. Look, Deadwood Willow knows what's up. You know, he knows how to, you know, beat him in.
Tufan's 1907 gifted Deadwood Willow a subscription. What a monster.
Join with him.
Tufan's 1907 gifted a tier 1 sub to Deadwood
You must
Willow.
join with some.
They have given 247 gift subs in the channel.
It would be wise, my friend.
And another 10 gifted sub. Holy guacamole, dude. Thank you very much. What's going on, man? Tufan, you are popping off again. Thank you very much, dude.
Tufan's 1907 just gifted 10 subs. What a pirate.
Guys, please don't use this blue color. I cannot read your name. Klitz. I mean, I was just literally putting my eyes into the monitor. And what's up, Iris? How was your tattoo, my friend? You know, she was getting a tattoo, guys, on her, you know, back. And I couldn't see how it was looking at the end. Mucuklu Mucuklu sucurta. Hoş geldin. Better, yeah, it's much better. Okay, back to the game, boys. Back to the game. The man player is trying to creep at the bottom left side, the troll creep, with the peasant pikeman, and he should be able to do that. I'm at work. What you working as, Iris? It's kind of unbelievable that you are working in Germany without knowing German. It's kind of odd. And once again, Smokey is abusing this weapon of talent. With the torches, they are also even able to win against soldiers. It's a good situation though for man, because he can get more reinforcement, and I think what Smokey needs to be doing is to stop fighting against soldiers but try to harass the enemy buildings instead. That's like the specialty of the weapon of talent, because again, you see this +1/+1/+1. That's so good. 350 command points against 400, but it's gonna be eventually even after losing this one. The stable is coming up for Measure of X. It might be a little bit too late. He will be able to protect this, but again, every second matters, boys. Every second matters. Catching my first live stream after discovering the YouTube channel a month ago, some Shanks commentary is perfect to get through a day of working from home. Hey man, Drew, welcome. Thank you so much for your kind words and also for tuning in. Really means a lot. Thank you. And glad you enjoy the videos too. And another 10 gifted sub from Tufan. Holy guacamole! What's going on? Thank you very much.
Tufan's 1907 just gifted 10 subs. What a pirate.
Thank you, man. Really, thank you. A lot. Appreciate it. There's like 270 subs to the channels so far. Dabstar, welcome. What's up, my friend? Man's about to hit 300. What 300? Step them out. Alright, that's a great clumped army. 450 command points against 450. It's pretty much even, but man doesn't get the chance to pressure him a lot. Great to see you again, Shanks. Hey man, Belly. What's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And you will see me a lot, Belly, actually, in the World Championship in November. I will eventually stream every single day. Every single day. We're gonna rotate between BFME 1 and Rise of the Witch King. And hey, guys, top news, okay? Breaking news. I'm also participating in both the tournaments at the same time.
I will represent the men of Gondor.
King Hiss, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. One trample to rule them all. Okay, it needs two trample to rule them all.
Let's go.
I don't even play this game much anymore, but this community is insane though. I mean, BFME Games and Lofsen, thank you so much for the resub for 9 months. Dude, our baby is officially born, Lofsen. It looks like Gollum, but we still love it because it's our baby.
Lofsen just resubscribed for 9 months. Ahoy.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Angel, what's up? Hey, hey. I'm doing fine, thank you very much for asking, appreciate it. And how was your day? We should train in secret. Yeah, just like Sauron, you know? The Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret and mastering. Warchan is available, Rallying Call is available, 450 command points against 450. Man is pushing kind of back. How was your day? Dude, I mean, thank you very much, guys, for asking. My day was okay, you know, nothing special. What can a man do when you are married, you have 2 kids, work, all that husband duties, daddy duties you have. So it's not like you have a lot of opportunities. But I was yesterday in cinema, boys. I was actually yesterday watching in cinema the new film Black Adam. Iris with the gifted sub to 2. What? Iris. Ah, okay. So Tufan gifted you a sub and you continue now.
Iris 2105 _ just gifted 1 subs. What a pirate.
What a stream. We have level 6 hype train. I think we never got this far, man. Then thank you. That's crazy, dude. Thank you very much, guys. Really means a lot.
2 Funds 1907 gifted Belly 50 a subscription. What a monster. 2 Funds 1907 gifted a tier 1 sub to Belly 50. They have given 268 gift subs in the channel.
Hey, Palando is in the chat. Palando, what's up? No, I haven't. Is it already out? And where can I watch it? I don't want to watch it in Japanese though. Is there like an English translation or something? I mean, even though the Japanese sound from One Piece is so good, you know? Like, guys, the Japanese sound so aggressive, dude. Sentori Yogi. Shishi Son. Bro, thank you very much for the first subbing with the primers. Thanks for tuning in today, for following, catching the first live stream, and also now leaving us up to the channel. Really means a lot.
Caesar just subscribed. Welcome to Beyond Standards crew.
Thank you very much. And Tufan with the 500 bits bomb. It rains bits from the sky. Thank you very much, Tufan. 500, my friends. Appreciate it. Have you watched it in the anime night? It was German dub, but songs were Japanese. Where I watched it, came out last week. I need to Google it, man. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew that they are working on it, but I didn't think that they released it already. Japanese sounds quite aggressive, right? Guma Guma Nu. Jetto Pistol. Okay. I mean, the Palantir has been used on them. You can see them glowing, shining bright like a diamond. We have Pikemen, Vipeman Extrovers, 2 of them. And only Gondor archers. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to defend. You have also Elma, who's just spear throwing a berserker, but he doesn't die. But now, take this. Level 3, level 4 is gonna be a huge power spike. For me personally, if you would ask me, I think, you know, the Elma hero from the Man faction is the best, you know, the most valuable hero from the Man faction because he offers so much. Leadership with level 1 for the cavalry, spear throw that has splash damage, and most importantly, I believe, is the level 4 ability, the outlaw leadership, which makes you bank. And for a hero that is so cost efficient, that's a lot of overloaded stuff into one hero. And in addition to that, he's quite tanky, he's not even squishy, and he can also level up very fast, you know. Welcome, welcome. Do you have donation link for World Cups? Exclamation mark donate in the chat. I mean, every sub to the channel will be, every sub since we started with the planning of the World Championship until the end of the World Championship is going to be used for the World Championship anyway. In Palando, long time no see, maybe you don't know, we are actually hosting a World Championship for BFME 1 and Rise of the Witch King simultaneously this year. We have actually 32 people in the BFME 1 tournament. And we are also about to get 32 in Rise of the Witch King. It's going to be a quite decent event for everybody. I know a couple of you guys like BFME 1 more, a couple of you guys like Rise of the Witch King more, and I think that's the best way to please every single one of you boys. I feel content, when does the World Championship in BFME 1 start? In November. Both the cups starting exactly at the same time. It's going to be the first Friday. I think it's going to be the 4th November. In like, what, 2 weeks? In exactly 2 weeks from now. Odin, welcome. What's up? Hello, the daddy of Thor. The mighty Thor. Lots of infantry stuff, but maybe instead of Elma, Theoden would be better in this situation to offer leadership. Because remember, the Creebane doesn't nullify leadership bonuses anymore. And we finally have some rangers, but they shouldn't be in the melee range to fight against the pikemen. Look at the minimap, boys. 725 command points available for Isengard. Isengard is unleashed. Unleashed, unleashed, unleashed. So level 2 Uruk Pit, level 2 Clan Sedink. And no Borg Pit though, no Borg Riders. And maybe more rangers, and you are good to go. Here's the Lone Tower special summon. I think it's a very good spot. And you want to place those ranges inside of that, that's very important. How about starting now? It's, I just don't want to change the rules or the starting date after announcing it, at the first place. And I think it's better this way, because most people, they will come and they will be more active during this time. When we start it now, but we need to delay it because of waiting for the people to join, because they are expecting to start with it in November, it kind of feels odd. I want to start in November, and ideally I want to finish in the same month, How can I download the game? Exclamation mark download in the chat. I hope I can check it out. Hardly to find for anything since I work. Congrats on your work, by the way. I'm happy that you instantly found a job for yourself. And it's better when the people get the chance to train a bit more. Especially now for Rise of the Witch King, it's kind of odd. Because Rise of the Witch King is getting actually lots of changes now recently. We are again on the beta version, and the beta version is also being constantly changed. And I hope they will release a new version very soon. And then it's also hard for me to make the call what we are gonna use for the tournament. Because one thing is for certain, I don't want to switch the patch in the middle of a tournament. That kind of feels doesn't feel right to me, because people have zero experience, and again, that's gonna be a huge change. Lots of Baron changes, more than ever since I'm doing Rise of the Witch King content. The version 9.0 is gonna involve a lot of them, so it kind of feels odd to switch the patch in the middle of a tournament when people have zero experience. There are some people who are playing always on the beta, but not all of them. So then all of a sudden you are used to version 8.5, for example, then you move to version 9.0, which kind of, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Devstar 21, thanks for the subbing for the first time with the primers, really means a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Derpstar 21 just subscribed. Welcome to Beyond Standards crew.
Will the 2.02 version be released in November? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know that. I don't even know if anybody knows that. There has to be lots of balance adjustments. We know, for example, it's kind of confirmed. Oh, bad trample into the pikeman. It's kind of confirmed that the next beta update will be, definitely including the Corsair nerfs. But again, such a big balance patch has to eventually be tested out for a couple of months, Smart move from him. Very smart move. Beautiful micro from Measure of X. And you see this money-making ability from Elma, how valuable this actually is. And now we have 525 command points against 825 in the turnaround. Dude, it's unbelievable. Measure of X does it again. Since you will be streaming all the games during tournament, will you also stream your own games in BFME? Yeah, of course. I mean, if I play myself in the tournament, then I will also stream my own games. I want no delayed WCS. Me too, man. Trust me, me too. But it's hard organizing something around something when you don't even know when it's gonna come out. You understand my point, Maxim? And we would have like an estimated time, or when they would say, okay, this is gonna be the date in which we're gonna release the version 9.0 with the delay fix, then okay, I can try to kind of skip it a little bit. I can start with BFME 1 and wait for Rise of the Witch King a little bit longer. So we have a lot of opportunities. But when you have like zero information about when and if it's gonna happen anytime soon, then it's hard to kind of make it depending on a thing that you don't know. Delay fix only for Rise of the Witch King? Yeah, unfortunately it's only for Rise of the Witch King. I mean, not unfortunately, because Rise of the Witch King came up with it, so it's their work, you know. Beautiful trample, punishing the man player for not having enough pikemen around. Isengard is now pushing back from the bottom. And again, we reach the point of Isengard. Look at this situation. Devastation plus Industry makes you so much bank, and will give you the chance to spam lots of units all the time. We hear the Rohirrim summon. Oh, but great reaction time from Smokey, and that's the thing you need to do. When you see and hear the sound of Rohirrim, you want to instantly use this time to build as many wall-ups as you potentially can. But Lord has been taken down by the Rohirrim. They have also Elma, I believe, around them. If I'm not mistaken, Elma is giving them leadership. Does he have buff also? Yeah, they are also buffed. That means double buff. And remember, the Kribane cannot nullify leadership bonuses anymore. So this is currently stronger, but he's gonna be using the Rohirrim to kill the level 3 furnace with the Industry on it. That's also very good, because it's like losing 100 command points plus you lose like 200% more resources. It's very good actually for man. Nice. Rohirrim are popping off, and that's the downside of investing all your power points into economical powers like Industry or Devastation. They give you money, but they don't give you any combat strength, you know. And Elma, again, like I said, very easy to be leveled up, level 9 already. And the thing about Rise of the Witch King, what kind of bothers me the most, is that you cannot get power points for killing those summoned units, but Elma can be killed. You see, I mean, look how much devastation the Rohirrim can cause, how much economical damage they can deal to you. They killed lords, they will kill lots of buildings, and they get also power points collection for you. But when you kill them in exchange, you get nothing. You get no experience points, no power points, nothing like that. 500 command points against 850. We have also now Theoden King on the field. Very important hero for the Rangers, and also very underrated. I don't even know why people not recruiting him in the first place. I mean, he should be recruited way more often than he actually gets recruited in the actual gameplay. A hero that offers you leadership for every unit with level 1, right? And can level them up with level 4. So basically you can make those Rangers unlock their long shot just being level 4 with this hero. There is the second tower, and we will, you know, that's the lone tower. When you can protect it, you can actually spam them all over the map. The longer the game goes on, the more you can spam them. Hey, Johansson, welcome. Alright, so we have Theoden, chicken. He looks so weird when he's on foot, because I'm used to see him always on his horse, you know?
For Gondor! For Gondor! For Gondor!
For Gondor, as Boromir would like to say. Boromir has been changed. I think that's one of the biggest changes they've done into this new beta. Which is kind of, I mean, I don't know. Like, we will have to see a lot of games, I think, to understand what is actually going on with Boromir. But the one thing is certain, he's not like in any other BFME game anymore. BFME 1 and BFME 2, I mean, pretty much Boromir is an old hero, right? He was added to the game in Battle for Middle-earth 1, and his Horn of Gondor was kind of the fact, I mean, the reason of the Horn of Gondor was to stun the nearby enemy units. Like, he was blowing the Horn of Gondor, they would get frightened and got stunned. It was like that in BFME 1, like that in BFME 2. And now they removed that in Rise of the Witch King and replaced it with a stun, with debuff. So stun is not going to be the case anymore for Boromir's Horn of Gondor. I mean, you know, debuff is also very good, actually, especially for men, a faction that didn't have any debuff. It's pretty powerful. And I can understand the reason behind that, because playing against stun is kind of boring, you know, it's kind of lame, you know. But they didn't only change that about Boromir. Boromir is completely reworked now. He has now splash damage, he can knock down the targets on the ground. He's quite beefy, quite tanky. We will have to see a lot of games with Boromir to understand what's going on with him. Lourdes, level only 1. There comes the Rallying Call. Theoden is supporting them also with leadership. I mean, doesn't stack really with Eoma. Remember, you can only have 1 leadership. Look. Use Carnage! Carnage! Nah. And Eoma level 10. Just like that. He's gonna demolish everything now, I believe. There is no chance. There will be no down for Uruks. I mean, that's the problem. You have like no summons, no Watcher. You know. You went only for the eco abilities. It's kinda odd. Gollum. I mean, to be honest, you know, there can be of course complainings about the new version, but I am excited about this version more than ever, more than I ever was actually for any change or patch they would be making for the patch 2.02, because this will change the meta, which makes it more entertaining, and people need to kind of discover new strategies and new metas, you know, and I like that, to be honest. I mean, I don't like a patch with only soldiers will deal now 5% less damage to furnaces. That's not a patch for me, you know what I mean? Like, this is a patch, dude. This is reworking some stuff, adding new stuff to the game. It's fun, you know? That's what's important, dude. Fun factor is also very important in those games. Of course, it's risky to add stuff like that. Of course, it's risky to add a tavern with OP Corsairs. But when you never take a risk, your game is gonna become eventually boring. And now with a new building for the Mordor faction, which makes it so entertaining, for me at least when I watch it, to see Mordor now with plenty of opportunities at the beginning of the game is so much more fun. Instead of only seeing the orcs, for example, you know? More diversity to the game is so much more fun. You have Aragorn, the king of Gondor. Look at them, boys. Don't fall behind. The last den of Isengard. 300 command points against 1000. The domination of Mace Shadowfax in this game. And Isengasm in the chat just to see how his favorite faction is about to get destroyed. Firstly, is also huge. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the best changes ever to any BFME game, first of all. So huge congrats to anybody who was able to do that. And also the changes, I personally like them. Of course, some of them might need to get adjusted, but that's possible, dude. Like, you can always make something weaker and stronger. But at some point, you need to take a risk. Look, Theoden. Look, Theoden, dude. Look, Theoden. There comes Atelas. And almost level 2, that's gonna unlock the Blade Master. Sad moment. Mordor with Orcs army. Like, I mean, that's the thing, you know, Mordor can still start with Orc Pit, Haradrim Palace, Troll Cage, Delete. And now also in addition to that, you can start with Tavern. And that's fun, dude. I like that. I think Mordor is gonna be the most fun to play faction. We have the red elven player Mace Shadowfax versus the blue dwarven player Mr. Smog. In the game number 3, in the first tie-breaking game, in the best of 9. Again, whoever wins that will get $10. But it's most importantly about the glory and fame, and also the chance to warm up for the upcoming big event, the WCS 2022. Can I get a TLDR of what the chat thinks about the Rings of Power? I don't think, I mean, yeah, you can ask people, of course, but the opinions are very different though. And this might actually create like lots of fiesta arguments. Extra opening for dwarves, so 2 mineshafts into this one, which is, I believe, like the new meta. Like, you see that in almost every single matchup nowadays, you know? I mean, talking about this matchup, and also about the changes generally done to this version, it feels for me like that eco spam is very powerful in this beta version. So basically, when you spam Malon trees or mineshafts, you will get eventually very rich, and you can do all the stuff you want. And this can be much easier abused in a map like this. You know, in a map like this, you have like lots of movement, speed potential, height potential. You can build one here, one here, one here. You can build offensively. You can build in the middle, in the side lanes. You can pretty much do whatever you want in a map like this. You know, which might be hard for dwarves to kind of focus on the macro play and expand everywhere equally. If this makes sense. I know, like, it's hard to explain, but what he needs to be doing is he needs to place like a mineshaft here, a mineshaft here, a mineshaft here, and a mineshaft here, and he needs to perma scout, because the Alvin player can abuse that, the size of the map, and just build offensively. And most people when they are playing the Dwarven faction, they will attack you around your own castle, and you can avoid getting fully destroyed by building your Malon trees in an offensive way. You know, the best thing I can say about Rings of Power is that it got me back into the movies, which got me back into BFME, which got me here. I mean, in this case, Rings of Power, hallelujah. I mean, dude, I always said, you know, when Rings of Power will manage to get anybody back to the BFME games, it's gonna be the greatest series of all time. Ukraine strong. True. Uh-oh. 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 The extroverts are bullying him so hard. He was kind of getting trolled. Hardcore trolled, actually. Holy guacamole. Lorien warriors, they don't stand a chance. And look, what you can do as dwarves, and what people need to realize, that's like a very strong dead comp. So basically, you clump into one location, you have a battle wagon with the well, and the battle wagon with the banner, and then you just camp it out there. You bring your builder, build a mineshaft, build a statue next to the mineshaft, build a well next to this statue, and then you can just camp there while being able to bring the reinforcements all the time. It's so hard to deal with that. All you gotta do is you need to keep it outside of the end range. You know, when he builds the end mode here, so you want to not build it here, for example, but you want to build it something like here, or maybe here, in which the end can't reach it, you know, and then you are good to go. It's very hard to deal with that, trust me.
We've got to move. This way, dwarves.
I mean, there comes the first push with 2 Guardians and 3 Extroverts. Maybe Lancers could be nice, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. We see also no Forge Works from dwarves. And what people eventually also need to try one time is to go for like a siege early game, like early mid game. Like Dwarven Siege is actually pretty strong with the Demolisher. It's very tanky and it's hard to be taken down. So imagine you have like this army and you bring one Demolisher with them. It's gonna be so difficult for dwarves, for elves to deal with that, especially at this point of the game. Remember, the archers, they deal like no damage to this Demolisher. It's too tanky for them. He's gonna creep this. Was also able to creep this one at the bottom left side. Get the money, that's good. No heroes so far, 450 command points for dwarves and also for elves, so it's pretty even. And there comes the first big push. One pikeman to protect them against lancers. And the good thing about this comp is that every single unit is able to deal great amount of damage to the buildings too, including the extroverts. They are so much better in this situation in compared to archers, for example. They deal a great amount of damage to every building they attack. Okay, he's gonna fight this. Porcupine formation will give you more tankiness. It will make you more tanky. But the thing that he splits them up a little bit doesn't make too much sense. He's gonna go for a flood expansion around the fortress. That's actually pretty expensive. That's cost 750 resources. It's very, very expensive, but it gives you security. It's actually one of the best defensive tools against melee attackers because it chunks them really a lot. And importantly also, it kind of knocks them down on the ground, so it disables them fully. They cannot attack anymore. I mean, he's pushing forward from this location. The stable has been taken down. Rallying call has been used defensively. This trap 1, 2, 3 with the primers. For the first time subbing to the channel really means a lot. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the support.
Strup 123 just subscribed. Welcome to Beyond Standards crew.
Thank you very much. Means a lot. Okay, so the Lorien warriors, they shouldn't be able to achieve too much, right? Demolisher. Oh, okay. The thing is, when you go for Demolisher, I think you need to kind of build the Forge Works close to the base, dude. Mr. Krabby for the 21 months with the primers. 21 months, dude. Thank you very much for the huge support.
MRK Rabbi just resubscribed for 21 months. Ahoy.
That's a long time, dude. Thank you very much. Okay. I mean, Demolisher, I don't know. You know, when it's too far away, kind of slow, right? When you know, and you also buy this one, the mithril mill, it will make them even tankier. This siege works or this siege weapon, and can also one-shot the units by trampling them. Oh, hitting like a truck moment. Hitting like a truck moment. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. No, look, there comes Glorfindel. Oh boy.
Knock it down.
Yeah, knock it down all you want. This looks so funny, dude. Look at this. Oh, how much experience will he get? Actually, almost a level. That's pretty good. Okay. There comes a big push. 2 barracks. Steeple. Let your bow sink. Or stink. 7 Hando against 525. Heal is available for Elven player. Glorfindel is diving in. But he's only level 1. Remember, the pikemen are dealing bonus damage to heroes. And they are chunking the hero. He has heal from the spellbook. He's gonna use it in the last possible second. He's gonna get away, but he cannot participate in fighting anymore. Heal is on cooldown. He's level 1, almost level 2. But he needs to be level 3 at bare minimum to get the chance to use the Blade of Purity. But again, you could see in the situation how crazy the pikes are. Pikes are also able to bully the heroes even when they are not mounted. There comes the Hobbit summon from the Dwarven player. Look at them. With their sticks in their hands, they are looking like a warrior in their face. They are about to go ham. But the Flood expansion is pretty good. Again, it chunks even a hero like Frodo, for example, in Samwise Gamgee. So they get chunked on the ground and disabled for a few seconds. I mean, beautiful trample incoming. The pikemen are pretty much gone. That means you can trample them over and over again, but there is just too much damage power at this point. And you want to be careful. Remember, the hobbits are also able to deal bonus damage to heroes, like Glorfindel, for example. If you throw rocks on his face, it will chunk him. So we have now Meriadoc Brandybuck, Samwise Gamgee. I mean, Peregrine Took and Meriadoc dying next to each other, killed by the mighty warrior of the Elven faction, Glorfindel. And for now, the Elven player will be just fine. 375 command points though. He's poor and he's kind of broke at the same time, dude. It's like he's so down now at this point. Against 875 command points, dwarves are very snowball faction and they will just become stronger. Dude, I didn't see that coming. It was screaming in my ear through the headphones. Frodo! Oh my goodness, man. That kind of scared me at the same time. I'm being honest, guys. Alright, so Battle Wagon is here with the banner leadership available, and the Elven player can go for the mist though to, you know, deny the leadership, nullify it. Or you can go for the Elven Woods. Oh! Blade of Purity, boys! Level 4. I mean, this dude is leveling up like crazy, but there are no pikemen. It means Glorfindel can pop off here maybe. Did he actually buy banner on them? Let me check. Let me check fast, quickly. Yep. No, he didn't. He didn't buy. Okay. I mean, they're level 2, but he did, oh, beautiful splash damage, you see? A very good hero against clumpers. Splash damage is coming in clutch. Super fast too. And, you know, pretty much hitting like a truck. Level 6 unlocks the Wind Rider. The thing is, Wind Rider is also very strong, right? It gives you 100% more armor, which makes you quite tanky. And also speed, so you can pretty much catch up to any hero in the game. And Starlight with level 10, which is like multiple abilities in one rotation. It's pretty much like a darkness. It's like Cloud Break, darkness. Yeah. It stuns them, it heals you, and also gives you more damage. Very, very powerful hero in the front line. Beautiful trampoline coming, and Elven player will be able to defend himself for now. But there comes another push from the bottom side. We have extroverts, pikemen, Battle Wagon, and he's going ham. Frodo! Okay, so Miss is available to deny leadership, nullify leadership. The Battle Wagon is kind of hiding behind the trees, behind the rock. Okay, so everything is available for
Soon, Master Elf, you will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the dwarves.
Yeah, of the dwarves. So on the other side, we have 1000 command points available for dwarves. So we will have a fight here. Mist is going to be eventually used. He has to use the mist. Oh, beautiful. They see me rolling. They're hating. Okay, but he's going to int now with the Battle Wagon. It means mist doesn't even need to be used. Leadership is completely gone now as the Battle Wagon has been killed. And he was never going for another Battle Wagon to actually heal them up during the combat, during the fight. And where is Glorfindel? We gotta keep an eye on that dude. Again, he's very tanky, but against pikemen...
How tragic.
How tragic. Alright, so level 5, level 6, he's very strong. And now he's gonna get a lot of experience here from the trample of the units. He's gonna get eventually level 6 very soon. Again, that will unlock the Wind Rider, but you need to be mounted to use it. So in order to use this, you need to be mounted. In order to use this, you need to be dismounted.
God Morgoth, a demon of the ancient world.
A demon of the ancient world. 525 command points against 1000 dwarves are quite rich. And he has 10 power points after the Hobbit. So I believe 15 is gonna lead you to the Barrage summon.
These axes will do.
And Barrage can be good against units and buildings at the same time. So basically Barrage here, for example, you can damage this 2 barracks, the steeple, and the fortress with one shot. One shot, one opportunity. Maybe upgrades could be nice from the Forge Works. Maybe heroes like Gimli could be nice. Glowing could be nice. Glowing is basically like a siege weapon as a hero. Chunks the buildings. Again, you don't want to be clumped against this dude though. Like the worst spot you can find yourself in is when you enter or exit the mineshaft and he hits you one time as you are doing that. He can kill a full battalion with one single strike of his sword. 15 power points in the bank. This mineshaft is going to be taken down by Glorfindel. Eventually there's a tower coming up for dwarves and one more push coming from the bottom. The banner into the well. So regeneration and increased damage and armor around them. The barrage is available. And the thing is, Mist is gonna lead you later on to the Eagle summon, and he has not many extra hours, I believe, to deal with the Eagles. And Eagles can kill those battle wagons and feast you a lot of power points during this time. Again, there is no downside of summoning units in this game, because they can only, it's like a win-win-win-win-win situation without any loss situation. You summon them, you can use them to deal economical damage, to kill enemy units, you can farm power points with them, but your opponent doesn't get any power. Horrible trample and feeding so many power points now to his opponent. Mist is going to be used on the spot, which is kind of meh. I don't think you needed to do that, in my opinion. And he has now the power points for the Eagles. 18 power points. There are multiple important mineshafts, and maybe with the help of the Eagles you can take them down one by one. This is a very important one, almost level 3. This one is also very important. So if you can take down these two, it's going to be quite efficient already. And dwarves are now forced to build the extra hours, but that's not even the goal of the Elven player. He cannot destroy it anytime soon. Rebuild is not even available, cannot be even purchased because he doesn't have the power points for it. That means this mineshaft is going down for sure. It actually took a long time. I was expecting it to go down faster. And extrovers are actually dealing great amount of damage to the Eagles. So level 3 mineshaft seems to be quite tanky. 750 command points still. But losing this will be minus 100. This eagle is gonna go down. Can he do it though? Nah, okay. But it's okay though, because he got 8 power points almost after summoning eagles. It's pretty good. There is also Lorien Warrior finishing off almost a level 2 battalion. We have Gimli on the field. A hero I have not seen, not even one time in this beta yet. I wanna see him. I mean, he didn't get any changes. I believe he's pretty much the same like in 8.5. But generally, as a hero that, you know, that didn't get any changes in the last few months, years. But a very powerful hero. There comes the Entmoot. I think this guy can kill Gimli in a one-on-one situation when he's level 3 and Gimli is level 1. But I'm pretty certain that almost no hero can kill Gimli in a one-on-one if he has Slayer. Slayer is just too strong, you know? We shall see. So Gimli might be popping off. I mean, he's a very underrated hero in my opinion. He's one of the more powerful heroes, like Rogash, but cheaper, and gets level 2 leap attack. Doesn't need to be level 5 or some crazy stuff, you know? So you get actually instantly to this power spike, like instantly. You throw 1x and you are instantly to the point in which you can leap on them. Oh, the barrage will be used actually against army. Okay. Not against buildings, but it's fine though for elves, because I mean that's good, because look at the situation now. He's summoning the barrage, or using the barrage rather, but he doesn't get any advantage after that. So he's using it to kill the army, but there is no follow-up to deal follow-up damage, and basically elves can now just make more army, you know. Ideally you want to use it in a spot like this. When you are attacking him, you force him to defend and you use it to hurt the buildings and crush the army at the same time. That's like the best thing you can do. But it's situational. Sometimes you gotta use it earlier. We have Men of Steel on the field, the elite archers from the Dwarven faction, and we will also get very soon the Mirkwoods from the elves. Very soon. Upgrade incoming. No Lindens. The hobbits are crying. And we have still 775 command points against... Oh, actually, the command point difference is not that big anymore. Remember, at some point it was 400 for Measure of X and 1000 for dwarves, you know? We have now an Ent Fear joining the battlefield. And Gimli is still level 1. I think Gimli can solo Sauron with Slayer. Yeah, Slayer is kinda busted. Like, it's very, very strong, you know? You get double the damage, if I'm not mistaken. It says 50% damage. Increased attack and movement speed. But it... Even though it says 50, but I don't think it's accurate, dude. This dude, when he has Slayer, he has some crazy magic damage. Oh my! Look, Gimli against level 8, dude! Against level 8! Gimli! Oh my, did you guys see this? I mean, he had pikemen all around, but also the Elvenblade army there. He was 1v1ing the dude with level 1, while Glorfindel is level 8. That's kinda crazy, man. And we've also Tranduil on the field from Measure of X, a hero we don't get to see very often. He's an anti-hero hero, so good against other heroes. Look, Gimli is getting chunked a little bit, but the true power spike lies in level 4. Again, very hard to be recruited, super hard to get to level 10. You need to eventually play with him for like an hour to get him to level 10. But then when you get him to level 10, this is gonna chunk. I think that's the strongest single target ability in the game against other heroes. The Ton of Vengeance is just hitting like a truck. The only weakness is the lack of movement speed. He's gonna turn, jump away, and he kills him, gets only a level from it. Level 2, level 4 again, increase range, and I believe it's like a buff to all his abilities too. So basically when you use that, you get increased damage and range. And I believe what it does also, it will give you a chance to extend the range of, for example, Ton of Vengeance. So you use this one first, then you can use Ton of Vengeance with greater damage and from a longer distance. Banana is in the chat. Welcome. What's up, buddy? I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Glauber. Gimli is so OP. Yeah, crazy. Okay. The build has been taken now from Measure of X. Beautiful trample into the Man of Steel. It doesn't one-shot them because Smokey was able to react with the old ground stance. That's very important, those moves with the battle formation switching between aggressive, default and old ground can determine the outcome of a situation, like you could see also in the example E, you know. The Mindshot is going to be found and taken down by the Lorien warriors. Some harassment is going on, but most importantly are the power points. So when we take this to the next level, in which we can think about what will happen if the dwarves get to 25 versus what can happen if the elves can get to 25. So dwarves will get the chance to go for the earthquake, for example, or for the summon citadel, you know. Both of them are not bad at all, but I think flood can be much more devastating in the situation. Because look at this layout. You see, the flood can kill all of that 4 buildings at the same time. It couldn't kill this one, but barely. And how much more power points does he have actually in compared to Smokey? Smokey still needs 10 power points more than that. 11 power points to 25, and Measure of X just got the flood. Unbelievable. And that's all the production buildings gone. That's gonna be the last shot from the end to kill the last production building, and dwarves cannot produce any more units anymore. Tell me why. Thanks for the primers for 3 months, my dude. Appreciate the support. Really means a lot. Thank you, good sir.
Tell_me_y_ just resubscribed for 3 months. Ahoy. Smiley face.
He puts on the sword. I'm coming, and trust me guys, I've seen it a couple of times, and trust me, you can abuse it like crazy. I'm telling you guys, if you play elves against dwarves and you find yourself in the mid game, you can abuse the movement speed difference so much. Like, not a single dwarven unit beside the battle wagons can actually catch this dude. The end is so much faster than them. So you can use the rock, throw a rock, you know, pretty much kite them all game long, and there is little to nothing they can do about that. You've seen this also a couple of times in the tournament, in the final games between Smokey and between Measure of X and Avi, or also in the finals of the winner bracket between Sauron and Measure of X, that this can be abusable so hard. Like, it just feels extremely annoying, I believe, when you play the Dwarven faction and you have to deal with something like that. Level 9. There comes a big push, but we have Noldor warriors, dude. The Noldors. Gloin is here to revenge his son. If you watch the Rings of Power, I read 710, I would say 510, 410, something like this. I wouldn't read above 5 though. The Malon 3 level 3s are gonna be taken down by the Hobbitses. The sneaky little Hobbitses. I mean, I get it that dwarves meant to be slow, but Ents are also slow. But yet again, they are so much faster than dwarves. Manchur is going to be found and taken down. The Hobbits from the Shire has the frying pan ability for the worst case scenario. 21 power points for Smokey. He's down to 400 command points now. He was at 1000 for such a long time. You know, for such a long time. 13 power points. He can go for the Alvin Wood if he wants to, and then go for the Ents right after. But I don't even know if he needs to do that. You will find out. Thinking better again, you know, it depends on personal preference, you know what I mean? Like, I'm totally fine if you think it's better or not. Oh, 2v1. Daddy and son. Sandwiching. Oh my! Dude, what is did you guys see the chunk? Who's chunking him so much? Did Gimli chunk him so much? Huh? Did you guys see the damage output? That was kind of crazy. I mean, this Glorfindel was level 9, by the way. And somebody was just literally one-shotting him. I don't know if it was Glorfindel or Gloin. I mean, Gimli or Gloin. They chunked him so hard, dude. I'm out. Get into the mineshaft. Yeah, the Dwarven heroes are just safe, are just fine. 16 power points. But guys, I mean, quick question. I mean, I'm being honest. What chunked him so much? Oh, he just tried to leap attack on this dude. No, look, that's the annoying part, you see? Look, imagine you find yourself in a situation like that. They can do this all game long. Look at the movement speed difference between an Ent and the Dwarven army. How is this fun to play against when you play dwarves against against Elven faction in this case? By the way, I mean, this guy can catch him when he's level 5 though. Like, he needs to be Slayer, then he can chase him. No problem. And he's level 5 now. Has the Speedy Gonzales buff. Run, Forest, run. 90 power points in the bank after the Eagles and Flood. And Dwarves went for the... Oh, okay. Okay, I think he used it right here. So he was able to damage the fortress a bit, but he killed all the production buildings. That's pretty good. King Brand is back in the business. And now we are in a very good situation for dwarves once again. Because this guy level 5, again, can one-shot. I mean, we have seen what he can do to Glorfindel in a one-on-one situation. I mean, basically, his daddy was supporting him, but I believe the main damage dealer was still Gimli. And now with level 5, he has the chance to engage, and you can combine this with the leap attack. So you can now even chase and hunt and, you know, kind of catch those Noldor warriors too. They cannot get away from you either. So, Gimli level 5, I believe, is one of the best power spikes in the entire game for any hero to be level 5. Level 5, there is no hero stronger than this dude. And, you know, maybe in a one-on-one situation, there are heroes like Aragorn who might be able to win the 1v1 situation with the Blade Master, but that doesn't mean anything, because this hero has much more devastation power. The catch potential, the area of effect damage with the leap attack, you know, the extra from a safe distance, from a long distance, with splash damage. All of that is so much more impactful than anything Aragorn has to offer, really, you know? So he's coming back for the round 2. I don't know. Now we will see Blade of Purity. Okay, now he's chunking him. With Blade of Purity, it's not even close. What? I'm out! No way! He just jumped away, but Glorfindel is Speedy Gonzales, dude. He's on the hunt. He's on the hunt. He's like, Gimli, come back here. Revenge. And now he will turn on you, dude. Okay. Level 10. Level 10. Kill this. 1 minute. Level 10. Starlight is available. Oh. Get in there. This guy doesn't know how to vault. He was like, where is the entrance? Let me walk. What are you doing, bro? Are you out of your mind, man? I couldn't find the door. He was drunk, I'm telling you guys. Maybe he was coming from the club or something. It's Saturday evening night. And he was, where is the door? I couldn't find my keys, Unbelievable. 500 command points. And okay, I mean, he's level 10, dude. That's something we don't get the chance to see very often, by the way. And level 10 you know, and it's reloading extremely fast too, right? Look, it's already a quarterback, man. Gimli can kill him in a one-on-one situation, but he needs to be level 5. That's the main goal. You gotta be level 5 Slayer, and you run him down. I think Slayer is not gonna be even close. But again, that's a very significant buff, because it gives you 100% more damage, which is like double the damage for a short duration. It's pretty powerful. Level 4, and we have also 3 beers, so 3 rings to the Elven Lords. 3 heroes.
Treebeard, why don't you pick up a rock and bounce it off the thick heads?
Yeah, true, Treebeard. Why don't you just do that? Oh, we have Tom Bombadillo, but oh, sneak attack, sneak attack. I like that one, but Tom Bombadil is here. You shall not pass. Oh, the hobbits is from the Shire. Dude, what's happening? A fiesta from Undermine hobbits.
I will
Tom
represent the
Bombadil,
men of
everything.
Gondor.
Alpha Sparrow, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Alright. So, level 10, again. Reloading, it's halfway there. I mean, I appreciate the fact, I like the fact that he's trying to do that. But in reality, when you want to bring up an action like that, you want to bring up the Guardians and not those pikemen. What can pikemen do against that? You know, you want to get the sneak attack with them Siege Hammers. Then you want to get Guardians.
Now is the time to show our quality. Draw back.
Okay. The end expansion is so funny, dude. It looks so odd, dude. It's like attached to the fortress. What is this, man? It looks really, really odd. Okay, Glorian is here, level 6. Level 10 unlocks the Shatter Hammer. But it's still a long way there, you know. 350 command points against 775. It's a huge lead in the power points department, in the command points department also for Measure effects. And all the warriors are chunking, trying to chunk. But again, the Silverton arrows is not the best upgrade when it comes to deal damage to buildings. Unlike Fire Arrow, for example, Fire Arrow deals way more damage. But I believe the Silverton is just better when it comes to fight against armies and units. Because of the small knockback, it also deals like magic damage, if I'm not mistaken, in compared to Fire Arrow. So the siege has begun. He has the rebuild from the spellbook, so he might be able to save himself for a few seconds. But the true question is was he able to recruit a Gimli, to revive Gimli? If yes, I want to see this. But that is Thranduil. So you know what I want to see? I want to see Gimli coming now from the fortress at this point and just 1v5ing this. He's gonna kill this dude first. I mean, he's gonna just two-shot him. He's gonna kill this dude, and everything else right after. That looked like it's missing. That, come on, don't DM me. I'm telling you, look. Okay, this one hits, but the other one was flying like this one, this way. Okay, this one hits actually, at least. Do it.
I return to defend my people.
Oh, we hear King Brand. But we need Gimli, dude. What's King Brand gonna do? Is he getting Gimli on the field? That's all I'm waiting for. It still only counts as one, Gimli. Come on. There is still one dwarf in Moria who still breathes air. Let them come. Uh-oh. I think Gimli won't make it. Gimli. Knock, knock. Who's there? Gimli. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, I think he was also waiting for Gimli, but he never could make it out, unfortunately. GG, well played.